Welcome to my Christmas in July series. In today's video, I'll be sharing some country Christmas DIY ornaments that are primitive style. Welcome to Creative by Nature DIY and Decor. My name is Donna. For our first DIY, you are going to need a little frame. I got this one out of my stash. It's an old one. The glass is missing, and I just removed the tabs from the back. Here I have some mini dowels, again from my stash. I am just going to cut them down to size so they fit the inside of the little mini frame. So now I am going to use some hot glue to adhere these mini dowels to the inside of our frame. I'll be using the hot glue in the center of the frame on the top and the bottom, and again on the sides to apply our second piece. Allow the hot glue to set, and once set, you can then go in and apply some craft paint in the color of your choice. I am going to be using this beautiful brick red color. It's a nice vintage looking color. I find that with primitive style, the colors are really rich and earthy and are darker and give that really nice cozy country feel. So I've given my frame 2 coats of paint and I've allowed to dry well in between. And now I'm going to distress the edges by using a sanding block. Once you have the desired look, you can then go in with a rag and remove the dust. So now I'm going to be coffee dyeing a selection of fabrics. Here I've got the fabric soaking and I placed them in a tray, and then I put those in an oven to dry. And as you can see, they come out a lot darker. They have a really earthy look to them. Here I decided to make the lighter colors darker by adding more coffee. And then you can choose the fabric of your choice. You can see the difference between these 2 pieces of fabric here. And I'm going to cut that fabric down to size. So here I am just measuring the size of my frame, and then I am going to take those measurements and measure out my fabric. Here I'm just trimming off a rough edge, and then I'm going to take some nice sharp scissors and cut my fabric down. So now that I have my piece of fabric to the size that I want, I'm going to take that piece, fold it in half, and then create 2 separate panels. So next I'm going to be using some thinner jute twine, and I'm going to just take one of those panels and I'm going to gather the piece. Now, as you can see, it is a little offset from the middle, as I am going to be tying the jute twine around that gather, and I wanted it to kind of stick above that middle frame portion of that window that we created. So I'm just tying the gather with a basic knot, and then I'll be cutting off the excess twine. I do the same for both panels. So now I'm going to place my fabric panels. Now, I did make these panels a little bit longer as I wanted these panels to glue to the exterior of the frame on the back side. So I'm going to use some hot glue and press the bottom part of the panel into the glue. And then I do the same for the top of the panel. Once you have the first fabric panel in place, you can go ahead and adhere the second panel. So at this point, you can leave this frame as is, but I wanted to cover up the mechanics of my work on the backside. So I'm using this beautiful dark colored scrapbook paper that's got tiny little snowflakes on it. And I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to trace around my frame. Using my scissors, I am going to cut the cardstock piece out and then flip it back over to the right side, and using some tacky glue, I am going to apply a line of glue all the way around the exterior portion of our scrapbook paper. Once the glue is applied, you can then press your window frame onto the paper. I ended up weighting mine down a bit and allowed it to dry. Here I have this really pretty wood star, and again I'm giving it a coat of some craft paint in a really pretty dark green, and I allow that to dry. So once everything is dry, you can then add some jute twine to the sides of our window panel to create a hanger. And then you can go ahead and start to decorate your window if you choose. Here I've got this faux garland. It's kind of like a pipe cleaner that I picked up at a local dollar store, and I'm applying that to the base of our window frame to create a bit of a window box look. And then I find that the primitive country style, they really like to decorate little bits. So I thought I'd decorate the top corner of this frame. So I applied some faux garland there, and here I have a strip of my fabric, and I'm just creating a loose knot, and then I trim it down to size, and using some hot glue I will put that into place on top of that garland that's in the corner. You could go ahead and create a bow if you'd like, but I really just wanted a casual look for this piece. And then I'll add my really pretty green star on top of the fabric. So one thing I have noticed is that with primitive Christmas style, they use a lot of pip berries. So I am applying some of those pretty pip berries that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and I'm just trimming some of them down, applying them into that window box that I created, and then you can hang it on the tree. I think this turned out so beautiful. I absolutely love how it looks. It definitely has that traditional country charm. So for our next ornament, I'm going to be using a wooden spool, some wood slices that are about the same size, and some jute twine. Using some hot glue, I'm going to apply those wood slices to the top and bottom of this spool. I love spool ornaments. I just think they're so beautiful. And I thought it would be fun to create a really rustic country look. Here I have some black and white gingham fabric that was coffee dyed, and I'm going to cut it down into strips. And then I remove any of the excess threads. I'm also going to be using this natural cotton that I had coffee dyed as well. So using some hot glue, I am going to apply that to the inner portion of our spool and then start to wrap the fabric around. And as you can see, I'm applying it very roughly. I don't want this to look perfect. I really want that rustic look. And I think it really creates a nice casual charm, perfect for that primitive style. Using some hot glue, I am then going to just glue down that edge, and then I'm going to continue to add some fabric. This one is that natural cotton, and I'm going to wrap it around, but I'm going to make sure that some of the fabric from underneath peeks through. I really like the primitive style. I think it has a really natural country farmhouse look. So now I dug into my stash and I found these country style jingle bells, and I am going to use a green one to match that added green fabric that I applied to the spool as well. Using some hot glue, I placed that bell into place, and then using some jute twine, I am going to be creating my hanger. So I'm going to create a loop and then tie it off in a knot and cut off the excess twine. And I'm going to cut it off really close to the knot. Now you don't have to worry about it unraveling, as I'm using some hot glue and applying that to the top. I really love Christmas time, so I am really enjoying creating these ornaments for you all. It's my favorite time to craft, honestly. So here I am using all these little bits and I'm applying them to decorate the top side of my spool. Now this part is optional. You could just leave it plain, but I wanted to cover up the glue that I had showing. So I thought adding a little twine bow and some of the faux garland that I had, as well as some pip berries, would be a really nice added touch. If you had some mini rustic bells, that would be really cute, all tucked in amongst the garland as well. Once you've got it decorated, it is then ready to hang on the tree. This turned out better than I thought. I really love the rustic charm that this piece has. For our next ornament, I'm going to be using these galvanized stars I picked up from Dollar Tree. Here I am using a sanding block and I'm going to rough up the surface, and then you're going to want to use a rag to clean off any of the debris. Once your star is all clean, you are going to then need some hydrogen peroxide with a misting nozzle. I'm going to apply a coat to the surface of our star, and then I'm going to apply some regular table salt. You can then flip it over, apply some more hydrogen peroxide, keep your fingers clean, and then you are going to add more salt. So what is going to happen is there's going to be a chemical reaction and some corrosion is going to start to occur. So this was just after 30 minutes. And then this is after several hours. And if you wait a full day, as you can see, some rust will form. I rinsed off my star and this is the corrosion I am left with. You could give this a coat of some clear matte spray if you don't want it to corrode any longer. But I'm going to allow mine to corrode just a bit more. So now I'm going to decorate my star. If you want to corrode your piece a little bit more, then don't decorate it at this time. But I wanted to just show you this step, so I just went ahead and decided to decorate it with my pipe cleaner by forming a wreath and adding some pip berries in a dark red and a regular red. You could add some little bows to this, or if you want to add some mini pine cones or bells. This is such an easy project and I really love the effect that it has. So here's our star all decorated, and I'm going to be using my big chomper. It's just like a crocodile, but a larger one, as you can see. And I'm going to punch a hole in the top of the star. So then using some thin jute twine, I am going to create a loop and push that through the hole. And then I'm going to tie it off in a knot, and then it's ready for you to hang on the tree. This star definitely has that primitive country Christmas look that we all love. I think it turned out amazing. As always, I absolutely love to know which one was your favorite. I'll have some more Christmas DIY playlists for you to check out down in my description box below, as well as at the end of this video. I want to thank you all so much for being here today. Here's some more inspiration for you to check out. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.